Say hi, Aria! Hi guys, it's Leanne from the Crafty Little Ninja again. Today I'm going to show you how to make your very own polymer clay Donald Duck Tsum Tsum charm. Stay tuned to the end to watch my new stop motion short. Ready, set, the tools you'll need for this project will be listed in the description box below. Check it out! Colors I'm using is white, light blue, black, cadmium yellow, light pink, and pomegranate Premo clay. Take whatever size white clay and roll it into an oval ball. White can get pretty dusty, so you might have to occasionally clean it with some rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip. Next, take your light blue clay. I rolled mine on the thinnest setting on my clay roller and cut out a strip of clay for Donald's shirt. If you're using a small razor like me, just try your best to line up your cuts so that your strip of clay is an even size. Then cut one edge to make it even. Next, place the clay on Donald's body and line up one end under his belly. And try to line up the other side so that they're equal. Use your razor and cut off the excess. Then smooth the rest out with a blending tool or whatever tool you have. Then with a small dotting tool, plan where the eyes will be and make little indents of equal size. Then take your black clay and take off a little bit and roll it on top of your finger. And I like to use my tool to place it in his eye socket. I like to use my fingers to smash it down just a little bit, but I mainly use my tools to make any small adjustments. Once you're happy with it, you can move on to the next step. For Donald's beak, take a little bit of yellow and roll it out into a little tiny log, then pick it up and squish the ends just a little so you give it that beak look. I add a little bit of TLS first before I put his beak on, and I use my tool so I can make sure it's centered. I press it down with my fingers to make sure it's secured onto his face. Now I'm taking my light pink clay, whatever clay you want to use for his blush, and take a tiny piece, again roll it on my finger, and place it on his cheeks. Now it's time for his little hairdo. I grab a tiny piece of white clay and roll it into a small teardrop shape. I place it on his head and use my blending tool to blend it in. You can also use TLS to secure it. For Donald's cute little red tie, I take 2 little circles of pomegranate clay and form them into little triangles. After I'm happy with the 2 triangles, I have one little tiny dot of red clay to make the bow. But first, I'm going to put the head pin in. So take your head pin and stick it through the top of his body, spin him around a little bit, and stick it back through the bottom. I'm adding TLS to under his beak and placing the bow with my tool. Moving on to Donald's cute little hat, I'm going to take some black clay and roll it out really thinly. So for this, I'm just using my dotting tool as a rolling pin. With my razor, I cut out a tiny strip of black clay, and I'm going to use my tool to hold on one side while I make the ribbon end with my razor. I cut off the excess so it's not too long. Then I also have a tiny little black circle. Using TLS, I put a little bit on the side of his head, add the black circle and then the black ribbon, and make sure it's secured and where you want it to be. Then I take the same light blue clay that I used for Donald's body, roll it into a ball and flatten it just a little bit. Add some more TLS on top of the black clay and put his hat on. Time to make his feet. Take 4 little balls of white clay and 1 smaller one for his tail and make them all into little teardrop shapes. Put TLS where his feet will be and attach his feet. Then I use my blending tool to adjust his feet some more and blend them into his body. Take the last little piece of white clay, form it into a teardrop shape and place it on Donald's okole. Yay, we're almost pow! I'm using DuraClear Polyurethane Gloss Varnish Glaze for my charms. I use an open paper clip to hold the top of the charm and apply a thin coat of glaze to the charm. I apply 2 to 3 coats and let it dry on a drying rack with some other charms. Aria, say Aloha! If you decide to make your own, I'd love to see your creations. Tag me on Instagram at the Crafty Lilninja and so I can feature all your pictures. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please leave me a thumbs up and let me know what other tutorials you'd like to see in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you like seeing more Dakain videos like that. Mahalos!